Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is Bournemouth, it is Season 4 here of Damien Does England, Season 2 here with Bournemouth, and we're here with you today with not the first game of the season, like I said last episode, after we beat Real Madrid and lost to Roma in the International Cup friendly final. I'm actually going to bring in the Community Shield final. I just feel like you're not really often in a Community Shield final, something interesting to view. I feel like all our transfer business is done but one thing, but we'll go through that in a second, what that one transfer bit of business is. And we'll see that one there. In terms of them Premier League games after that, you know, I feel like we played City 4 times on YouTube last season. Twice in our final, once in a final, twice in the season because it was an important game. So I feel like you see a lot of Man City. You also see a little bit of Liverpool, right? But it's a Community Shield final. I feel like Wembly kind of precedes the first game of the season where we're probably going to get beat by City. But there we are. In terms of transfer news, we'll just go through and say that, look, Mahrez eventually came in. Mahrez is going to start. We saw Sissoko getting injured in the last episode as well. Sissoko's out for another 3 months, so that's okay. But we have got a couple offers in, as you can see, for 2 goalkeepers. Main reason is Butland still expects to leave at the end of this window. At the end, they haven't made a bid, have Spurs. He wanted to go to Chelsea, but wants to go to anyone that's in a bit of a bigger thing, and he wants to go for that price. If Spurs make a bid of 25 mil, I don't want to upset the guy because he's so influential in the change room that it would hurt the dynamics. And I really think a really good dynamic right now for this group of players is huge for us to having a really good season because I think we can finish in the 4. You know, he wants to go for 24.5 mil. I then want to bring in a contingency plan if he leaves. I also want a backup goalkeeper for the Europa League as well that I can play. Scuffet is the first one I'm going to talk about. Scuffet would be the backup goalkeeper. You know, out-and-out backup, have Butland as the first choice. Scuffet's really good, but hasn't got too much game time there at Udinese. He hasn't developed into the greatest player in the world. He probably, with a little bit of game time, would. 2.9 mil, a guy that's really good as on a one-on-one. He's got decent reflexes. Not the best kicking, you know, not the best handling, but, you know, he'll pull off a big save. As a, you know, rotation player that he wants to come in on, you know, 40k a week, really cheap option, 2.9 mil. Would happily bring you in. If Butland was to stay, hits who I'm going to bring in. Augustine, however, from America is unreal. Been capped 11 times for Argentina. Apparently would get a work permit, according to my scouts. Highly disagree. 70k a week of wages, what he wants to be a rotation player. However, this guy is of level, right? He is of the same level of Butland. He is of a guy that if Butland was to leave, this guy would come in and be first choice goalkeeper. If Butland was to be here, this guy would play a lot of games throughout the whole season. You know, Butland goes on a poor run of form. This guy's in because he's sensational. This guy's played for Argentina. Butland's played for England. You know, as a Europa League goalkeeper, would play every game in the Europa League, including if we were to magically get to the final. Would play every game in the Capital Cup and would play every FA Cup and solely have Butland for the league. The guy's sensational, got a very good scout report as well. Extremely interested. Apparently work permit's unlikely, even though he plays for Argentina. Be interesting to see what goes on. As you can see, very similar level to what we got. We just don't have a backup goalkeeper here. I looked at the Spina, and the Spina was out the way. I had Karius get an offer. He wanted to be a key player. I said rotation. He said, okay, 150k a week. I said, you can go to Inter Milan on loan. You don't need to come here. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see how we go about it and see what goes on. And hopefully it will be okay. We are going to go into a team selection here and get into this Community Shield final here. That would be what I think our best 11 is. Butland, Manzo, Jones, Winman, Melling, Sessegnon, Roberto, Heidemann, Mahrez, Fate, and Wilson. That's what you're going to see today. On the bench, you know, you would see Sissoko, Garcia, Quinios, Daniel Drinkwater, Daniel Fry, Leuton, and Ponce. With Sissoko being injured, I am going to bring Danny Quinn, would be an option, but you guys probably want to see Troy Deeney make the bench, and Troy Deeney will make the bench, and he will get some game time here at Wembley for Omar Farr at some point. Mark my words. Anyhow, let's get into it. Let's go and let's get into the Community Shield final. They have got Firmino in there, Kay Havertz, who grew into a great player in my Sunderland side, went to Man United. Interesting to see him here. Mo Salah, Octavio, Kovalen and Bruno Fernandes, 2 great midfielders. Robertson, Van Dijk, Stark, Arnold, and Zoet in goals. Becker is there. Zoet as a backup goalkeeper is actually not a bad pickup. The Dutch international goalkeeper, and there we go. Look, we owe after Liverpool what happened last time. It did pump us 4-1 last time we played them at Anfield. This is Wembley, though. We have won 2 cup finals at Wembley in the past. Is it going to be free? Just good to get, you know, silverware here in the save as well. All right, I'll talk about the 11 players that start. I actually think Manzo's going to proceed and outgrow Luton, so we'll probably play him. I don't think we're going to win the Premier League this season. It's not out of the realms of possibility. I actually think that if we're defensively solid, we'll make the 4 this season because I see us scoring a lot of goals. Anyway, Callum Wilson gets crunched. Robertson picks it up. It looked like everyone stopped there for a whistle that never came, but in the end, Jones gets on it, and he should be able to play all the way back to Butler and takes a good first touch, looks forward. Can he find a ball second lines? Instead, he just goes long. Omo Farr's got 16 headering. Instead, he's got a great touch as well. Good ball there to Sessignon. Melling on the overlap, maybe. Looks for Melling in tight space. And what a ball for Melling back stick. There is Mahrez. Scores on his debut because this is a competitive game. And the fans love him already. And there we are. What a ball from Melling, who's grown into this great player. That's why he's captain, because he's going to play a lot of games this season. And off we go. Faye in the Sessignon. Feel for D'Amico, because he's a really good little fullback, really. But he's not Melling, who's club captain. Anyway, Mahrez just knocks it in at the back stick. Zolt should have come for it. I think Becker would. And there we go. By the way, Liverpool won 5-0 this morning. I am loving life. And we also won in our FM League game against Everton as well, 1-0. Anyway, Firmino there with the ball is blocked into Otavio, and off we go. Otavio with the ball in. Kay heads at goal over the bar. Butland have it covered. And there we go. I feel like if we don't get an offer in for Spurs, we are going to go with Scuffet. But Augustine could still be a really good backup player anyway. Van Dijk doesn't look 100% fit, which is interesting. Good to be 1-0 up here. Not playing our best. But once again, I'm just looking to Windward and Jones to build a great partnership. Wallace is currently only 15 mil. We nearly brought him in, obviously, at Arsenal. What a free kick from Bruno Fernandes, eh? Curling away from Butland. Butland's not going to get anywhere near that. An excellent strike. You see free kicks go in all the time. Bruno Fernandes goes bang. At least Bruno Fernandes is known for free kick taking, which is good, you know. What a free kick. Butler's not getting there. Up and over the wall from the edge of the box is always a good free kick. Liverpool deserve to be level in this game, and 45 minutes played, it is 1-1. Sorry, not 0-0. It is drawing. 0-0 at half time, boys. Let's go. Doesn't need to be said here. You know, we said that a few times through pre-season. You know, we did win a couple, games against absolute guys in like lower league football. I'm far from pleased with what I'm going to tell the boys, because I don't think we've really controlled the game as well as we have been in pre-season. However, this is Liverpool, so probably a little bit more difficult to do it. We do have Man City coming up as well. Be interesting to see how we go against City. And there we go. We will continue on as well. 50 minutes played. Just going to respond to my sister with a like comment. There we are. And we'll go see what she needs in a second. Joan Gomez has been wanted by Barcelona the whole time in the save. Hasn't gone. Sessignon, Bruno Fernandes whipped in there. Firmino can hold up. Look at the run of Salah. They've ignored that. Otavio, they've gone the wrong way, but look at the run through the middle now. Good ball to Kay. Kay's in here. He won't miss that. In the end, Liverpool made a mistake by not going to Salah, because Salah was in 1v1, and they still score 2-1. I can't fault the boys, right? This is a Liverpool side that's got 92 points last season. Liverpool side that won the league easy. Liverpool side that won the league 2 years ago, and were only toppled by an Arsenal side that was sensational under us. Anyway, Kay there, great ball in. Great finish. Butland isn't going to save that. We're 2-1 down. I am going to make a change, and it's going to be Omar Farr off. It will be Troy Deeney to come on and hopefully be as a complete forward up top. I really like him as a target man. You know what? Put him up there as a target man. Completely different option. With that in mind, anyone else having a poor one? Roberto is. I'm going to get Carlos in. I'm going to swap these two around. Heideman's actually going to go in there as advanced playmaker on attack, and we are going to get Carlos out there as a Mazzala on attack, alongside Mahrez. And let's just really go at him here with a very, very, very aggressive midfield. Hopefully Carlos can go do the job. Anyway, it's a highlight here. 68 minutes. Up our end. Can we press in here on Bruno Fernandes? We don't. In the end, he's allowed to touch. Trent with the ball. Great player on FM, by the way. Stark, Golovin, Trent. Trent again with the ball into Bruno Fernandes. We are pressing, but they got Kai between the lines. Good ball to Roberto Firmino. If he takes Winmer wide, hits in the end, Winmer did enough, and it was a side netting, and there we go. It was brilliant from Firmino. It was indeed. Sessignon has not had the best game. I am going to bring Garcia out there too. Garcia will go out there. We will push Mahrez and Garcia further forward after 80, but we'll see how we go here at the moment. 79, 80 played, 81. I don't want to commit too early, but I guess 81st is not too early, eh? We will commit now, men forward. Mahrez will go up there as well, and we'll see how we go as an inside forward on attack, please. Troy Deeney, Callum Wilson, let's go very attacking, obviously, as well. Confirm the changes here at Wembly. And let's go. Tell them to push forward. Let's see if we can create some havoc back there for Liverpool. It's a highlight here, but I think this is because we're making a change. If it's Troy Deeney beating a man, I would laugh. Anyway, Stark, what a tackle. Into Mo Salah. A goal here for Liverpool would kill the tie, obviously, as well. Salah's ball to Otavio. Bruno Manzo. There was no need for that. Gets himself a booking. Butland to save the cup final, or else we're out of it. I'm just going to tell the lads now to push forward after Trent probably scores. He's hit the bar. Get it clear. Carlos does. Butland went the wrong way. Cup final still alive here. 84 minutes played. Get forward, get at him, find a chance. Haven't been great going forward, let's be honest. Anyway, Troy Deeney, 90th minute, equaliser. It's coming. Here we go. Can we find one here against Liverpool? I've had 26 shots. We have been horrid. But I will say that there's not a highlight. I will say this is a Liverpool side that won the league. We only lost 2-1. We got pumped 4-1 last time we played Liverpool, so improvements. The ball was too long for Trent. It's going to be game over here, and it's all over at Wembley. Liverpool win the Community Shield. I was about to say Cabaret Cup for the second time in the stream. Look, no need to play champion or all that stuff. Good to see Liverpool winning. I am far from pleased with what I saw from the boys, to be honest. Hopefully that kick-start them into this game here against City. But Liverpool are just unreal. They're so OP on Football Manager. And there we go. I will do that press conference in just a second. But that is the end of episode 37 here of DAMMO Does England here. Season 4, Season 2 with Bournemouth. And I'll see you guys next time for a YouTube episode. It might be the Europa League draw and a league game. We'll see how things go. Won't give you the City game. The only transfer business that we'll do will be a backup goalkeeper. You see who that is. That will be the surprise for next episode. But from Damien, from DAMMO Does England, as always, links in the description below. We're currently live on Twitch. Follow the Twitch link. Follow the Twitter link. Stay up to date. And, of course, give it a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you and goodbye.